Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I am just sitting down having a break. You know, it's one of those days. I decided I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee, which I have now. But before that, I fancied a scone. And I didn't have any scone. I was sick of the biscuits I had, custard creams and digestive. And I thought, just fancy a scone. I'll make some scones. So I went downstairs to my cupboard and I had just a small amount of self-raising flour. It wasn't enough because I need 8 ounces of flour when I make my scones. There was about 2 ounces of flour in this left in the self-raising, but I had plenty plain flour. So I thought to myself, oh, I've got baking powder. I'll add some baking powder. I add baking powder when I make scones anyway to have some rise. So that's what I did. And you know, the last time I made them a little bit too dry. I didn't put enough milk in. And when they were cooked, you know, while they looked great, while I was trying to cut them to put some butter on, they were just dropping to bits. So I thought, oh, I'm not going to make that mistake this time. I'll make sure I had plenty of milk. So I added some milk to it and thought, oh, it still needs a little bit more. So I added a little bit more. And, you know, it ended up like cake mixture, not quite as thin as cake mixture. But when I tried to get it out of the bowl, I've floured my table and tried to get it out of the bowl and it was just all sticking. It was sticking to my fingers and everything. So I was putting loads of flour on and trying to turn it, but it didn't matter how much I was flouring and then turning it and trying to pat it down. If my fingers went too far in, it was coming out with the stuff all stuck on my fingers. And anyway, I persevered and I kept on. I thought, well, I always just put a thin layer of flour on the tray when I make them to put them onto into the oven. I thought I'll put extra flour on the thing. But when I come to use my cutter, I didn't even have to roll it out. I was just patting it with my hands and flattening it out. I got it about that thick, about half an inch thick or a bit more than that. Of course, when I was putting my cutter in, the cutter was coming out and the stuff was stuck inside, but the stuff was all around the outside as well. And I was trying to put it on the tray and trying to keep dropping it. It wouldn't drop out of the cutter onto the tray, but I eventually got it out. But then the stuff was all around the cutter again. I was trying to scrape it off with my fingers and doing the next one. And I got 8 scones out of it anyway. But you know, they were a bit of a mess. Put the milk on and put them in the oven. I thought, oh, they're going to be all soft and gooey when they come out of I'm going to have to cook them longer. But they didn't. They come out okay when I got them out, and I have them here and I'll show you. I'm going to have one now. It's still chopped to bits a little bit, but they are nice. That's the bottom bit. You can see all the flour on the bottom. But they do have a little bit more floury taste than what they normally do because I got too much flour in. We're having to mix all that flour in to get them going. But anyway, that was okay. And then trying to wash up the things afterwards. I was trying to get all the stuff off because it was stuck on the table. I had to use a knife to scrape it off the table where I had been rolling it and cutting it, and the same with washing the things up. But you know, these things happen. I'll have to make sure I don't do that again next time. A little bit more mice gone there. Do like my own cooking. I do make a nice scone, even though I had all that trouble with it. And I've had to put my plate here just on the seat beside me. I'm going to get another little bit table to put food on because I've got my computer on this one and it takes up nearly all of the the tray. But anyway, I got some nice scones there when the don't know what the rest are like, but that was the thickest one that but they did rise up okay, so that's okay. But I went out this morning. I have started knitting a bit more. I've done. I've got the back and the two fronts of this little one. But my friend had asked me on Wednesday if I would take her around the shops around where I live, because she had been looking for some jeans and she couldn't find any the kind she liked in her size where she lived, without having to go into the town and that. But I told her I couldn't take her on the Wednesday because that was when I was expecting this coach coming and I wasn't going out and missing it. So when we were out last night, I asked her if she had been anywhere, and she said she'd tried other couple of shops and she couldn't find them. The kind she likes and that she gets from Matalan normally, but her Matalan didn't have any of what she wanted. So I says, I'll pick you up tomorrow morning, come up round about 10, I says, and I'll bring you back down to the shops down where we are and get you. So that was part of my morning spent, and she did find a pair of what she wanted in my Matalan. She said, I don't know why, she says, but she says, they've got an awful lot more in your Matalan what they've got in my Matalan. I said, maybe mine's a bigger shop, I says, because they've just opened a larger part of it where I live. So anyway, that was part of my morning, and then I came back home. And then another thing, there was a card in my door. The postman had been with a packet something, and how he wasn't in. So he had put a note in the door to go down to the depot. So I checked the times up on my computer for when my local depot, post office depot place was open, because you had to give them so long for to get back to the office. And it was open from 8 o'clock in the morning until 7 o'clock at night, I think it said. I thought, oh, well, that's okay, they're open all day. So I went down, and it was closed. And it had a notice on the door, for the times for a Friday, 8 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock, and then from 4 o'clock in the afternoon until 7 o'clock. I thought that's not what it said online when I looked up the times online, so I trailed all the way down there. That was another thing. And I thought I'm going to have to go back down again after 4 o'clock. So anyway, I just say come home and do what I can in my little bit knitting and all that till 4 o'clock. And because I think the parcel that they may have, I have a little packet. There was a pattern that Angela, who sends me wool and other things, she had sent me a pattern which I was going to do a Happy Meal for, but she also said that there was something else coming. She had put something else in another parcel. So I thought I'll wait until that comes, and then I'll do them both together, because that's how I do my Happy Meal, like in my shopping channel. And it must be nearly a couple of weeks since Angela sent it, and this parcel never materialised. And I was going to message Angela to find out exactly when she did post it. But then this happened today. There was something going on. I think maybe that one must have been lost in the post, I think. So I'm going to have to go down at 4 o'clock, and if that's where it is, I will be doing a little Happy Meal to show you what Angela sent me, and the pattern that she also sent me, the knitting pattern. So that was another thing, one of those days. It's just, it's unbelievable sometimes. So anyway, I am just going to finish this little cardigan off. I wasn't going to do any tutorials for this pattern because of the what I have to do with the stitches to get the right number of stitches in that. But I think this one would be much better if it was knitted with set-in sleeves or even drop shoulder type sleeves, because you wouldn't have to work out the raglan thing to get the right number of stitches. So I may do probably a set-in sleeve, because I'm not too keen on the kind where they're like a drop shoulder where you just go straight across. And sometimes I've done them for myself before and I could never get it comfortable under the arms. So it may be a work out the set-in sleeve one for this pattern. So it'll be the same as what I've done, but only instead of a raglan, it may be a set-in sleeve. So I may do some tutorials for that when I sort it out, because it is a nice pattern. It does. It's not my own stitch. The stitch on it is off an old knitting pattern I've had probably over 50 years old. I knit for my kids when they were little. Only it was a V-neck cardigan. I think the pattern, I'd have to hunt it out, but I think it was a V-neck pattern, and the sizes were from about 24-inch upwards, I think. Because they weren't for little baby ones I did, they were like for a larger size. But I'm working out that stitch into my own pattern. That's what I'll be doing. So anyway, that's my little bit for today. A little bit moan and just a little bit of what I've been doing. I haven't done anything else, and was at bingo last night and I won a £5 line. That was all. We did go for a meal first, me and my friend. I usually leave about 5:30 to pick my friend up about 6, and we go for a meal. And it was nice driving up there in daylight, because the lights on the cars are terrible these days. So we did go for a meal first, and then we picked Molly up. I've always asked Molly if she wanted to come for a meal as well, but she thinks it's a bit too much for with the bingo as well in the night time. She is in her 90s, Molly, so she's probably right. And like seeing I won a £5 line, that was all. My friend never won anything, but we had £2.50 each. Anyway, at least it paid for practically paid for our drink. Well, half of the price of the drink. It was better than nothing. So thumbs up and subscribe. I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.